What is up, guys? I'm back and I have some news. I can now finally prove without a doubt that Oppo is ruining the front camera of your device, and it's on purpose. I can prove it now. I know I had talk about it many times, and I had those videos. I'm gonna show you here the videos where I cover my face. The thing with Oppo front cameras is everything is based on face detection. So when it finds a face in the shot, which probably is gonna have a face because it's the front camera, you're gonna film yourself or take a photo. Let's talk about filming, a recording video. So when it finds a face in the shot, it turns off DOL HDR, which is completely the opposite that what we want. So first, what is DOL HDR? To put it very simply, I'm not gonna go too deep into the HDR thing, but DOL HDR will give you more dynamic range. It's a type of in-sensor HDR. So basically, it's gonna give you more dynamic range, meaning you can have more difference in exposure in your shot, and both is gonna be the right exposure. It's more dynamic range. And on those videos you can see very well that when it has a face, the sky it's all white, blown out, exposure is all over the place, and the skin, the face, is also overexposed. As you can see in the forehead and everything, it has a lot of highlights. It does not control highlights very well. And someone might say, I know most of the time is that what I hear is, oh, this is a Chinese market thing. It's because they want the face to be very well lit. The face needs to look good, lit and white, and it's a Chinese market thing. But no, I have said it before and I'm gonna say it again and again and again. It's not a Chinese market thing. It's just Oppo doing the wrong thing with DOL HDR. As soon as I cover my face, you can see I recover the sky, and someone might say, oh, the sky doesn't matter because what's important is the face. But as you can see there, the sky is better exposed and the face is better exposed. Look at all the highlights in the face. They are all gone. Both sky and the face are better exposed. Why? Because when there is no face in the shot, here I'm talking about the Oppo Find X6 Pro, is the device I have. When there is no face in the shot, DOL HDR is enabled. When it finds a face, it disables DOL HDR, which is completely the opposite what you want. But apparently those kind of videos doesn't prove anything for a bunch of people. I keep posting on Twitter and stuff, showing people, and they say, no, this is Chinese market. It's not wrong. It's just the way they want it to be, and they don't believe it. So I have proof now that DOL HDR is disabled, so you're gonna have less dynamic range when you have a face in your shot. Please tell me, who wants less dynamic range? Comment here. Who wants less dynamic range? This makes no sense. It's just Oppo ruining your camera for no reason, and they're putting effort in ruining your camera. There is not a single situation where more dynamic range in a front camera is bad. It will always be a good thing. You can have the environment well exposed and your face well exposed, and DOL HDR helps with that. So well, let's go to the proofs, like the videos I recorded now, that you cannot say I'm not telling the truth, that DOL HDR is getting turned off when you have a face in your shot. First video, I have my face in the shot and I'm dangling my finger there, and if you check frame by frame, everything is normal. My finger has motion blur, which is normal, but no artifacts at all. If I remove my face from the shot and do the same thing with my finger, dangling my finger very fast, now this other video, you can see that if you go frame by frame, you're gonna start to see some artifacts, and those artifacts are caused by DOL HDR, the thing that gives you more dynamic range. With very fast moving objects, you can have some artifacts, which is not a problem at all when you're talking about the front camera, and you're not gonna shake your head like crazy on when you're recording a video or anything. So almost never you're gonna notice those artifacts, and the benefit is way more dynamic range, which is like so much better. So other than the videos showing the sky and the face better lit with when there's no face in the shot, I have those two videos here that show you have DOL HDR enabled when there's no face in the shot, but when a face appears in the shot, DOL HDR stops working, and this proves it. I've tried many times. They did a lot of videos, a lot of research on that, and I can tell you like 100% sure now. I want to ask all the YouTubers I keep like showing this, and they say there's nothing wrong with the camera is working normal. Most of those people are like have very white skin. Like I have a little bit darker skin, so it's more noticeable on my videos. But most of the YouTubers I tag on Twitter, on Peter Law, I think that's his name, I don't know. There's some Oppo ambassadors that I keep tagging on Twitter and showing this, and they say, oh, this is Chinese market thing. They want to make sure your face is well lit and all the rest doesn't matter. And I proved to you that in the first video I have better exposure, more highlight control in the face and in the background, both better exposed. It's not a matter of exposing better the face to have a better face and not caring about the background. No, both are worse when there is a face in the shot. So face detection, this feature that should not exist at all, this feature, face detection, or maybe if it does exist, there should be a button to turn it off. I don't want my camera knowing what a face is. Even I don't want it knowing that it has a face in my shot or not. Cameras should not know what a face is, and it should expose to the scene. That's my opinion, but whatever. If you want to have a face detection, give me a button to turn it off. And DOL HDR is attached to the face detection feature, and it turns off, which is completely the opposite what people want. It turns off when there is a face in the shot, like in the front camera, when most of the time is gonna be a face showing in the front camera because you're gonna be recording yourself. So it makes zero sense. This is a defect. This is a software problem. It should be fixed. I think it's been a year I've been talking about this, and everyone is saying no, it's not like this, it's just a Chinese market and blah 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 blah. No, it's not. It's a problem and should be fixed. Please let me know in the comments who in the world wants less dynamic range, in your camera. Please tell me who in the world wants this. Who is benefiting from having less dynamic range, from having blown out backgrounds and your face with like highlights all blown out too, very white? Like, who is benefiting from this? Who wants this? Who asks for this? It's not a Chinese market. It's just a software problem. It's a software problem.